Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Interesting editorial today. You see, the Government of Maharashtra passed a GR where they said that all government employees should stand when an MP or an MLA comes to visit you. When an MP or an MLA comes to your office, you should stand. Okay, and when he goes out also, you should stand. He or she goes out, you should stand. This is the GR that the government released. Let's talk about it. Let's get right into the show. So, like I said, the Government of Maharashtra, they came up with a government resolution. Government resolution, by the way, is a statement of policy. So, it's a document where it gives direction to the people, to the employees, the government employees, and also people at large. So, this particular GR talks about a very important issue in the Government of Maharashtra's perspective, I guess. And that important issue is not the health of people or, employment or infrastructure. No. The GR says that, you see, when a MLA walks in or an MP walks into your office, they tell the government employees, Mr. Government Employee, you stand up. Stand up. Greet them. And when they go out, stand up and greet them again. Stand up. Do not sit when they are around you. This is what the Government of Maharashtra has issued. Now, before I get into the analysis and I talk to you in more detail, let me first read out to you some salient points of this particular government order. Then we will get into details. Now, the key directives in the resolution include that officers and employee must rise from their seats when an MLA or MP enters or exit the room. Full courtesy must be extended. Concerns must be heard attentively and assistance must be provided within established rules. Polite and respectful language is compulsory, especially during telephone conversation. District and regional heads must set aside fixed 2-hour slot on the first and the third Thursday of each month for meetings with MLA, MPs and citizens. For urgent matters, legislature can meet officers anytime during the office hours. Local MPs and MLAs must be invited to all important government programs with nameplates and seating strictly as per the warrant of precedence. A separate physical or digital register must be maintained for all letters received from the legislature. Every letter must receive a reply within 60 days. If delayed, an interim reply explaining the reason and the next steps is mandatory. Information related to public welfare must be provided free of cost unless barred under the RTI Act. The government has warned that any delays, negligence or failures to follow the new protocol will invite action under the Maharashtra Civil Services Rule and the 2005 law meant to prevent delays in government work. All public representatives, including union and state ministers, guardian ministers, MPs, MLAs, mayors, Zilla Parishad, chairpersons, municipal council heads and sarpanches must be invited to government foundation stones, events and inaugurations. The GR states, adding that their names must be printed correctly in the program material and the seating arrangement should follow official protocol. The resident deputy collector has been given the responsibility of ensuring that these rules are followed. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what your government spends late hours working to actually create. These are the policies that they create for you. Now, mind you, this policy is not as simple as it looks. At least that is the way I see it. This is my opinion. This policy is not as simple as it looks. Number one is this policy reeks of racism. This policy reeks of racism. Like you had the caste system, like you had the Brahminical society at one point in time where Brahmins were considered to be the leaders, these people, these politicians, these MLAs and MPs have been made a superhuman being, a human being who is bigger than the rest of the people in the country. That is how these people are positioned now. Getting up when these people walk in and getting up when these people walk out. This is absolute first step of racism. This is recreating racism in India once again. Number one. Number two, let us understand the strategic reason. To my mind, the reason why this GR is not a simple GR as it sounds. This GR is very important is because this is the first step to ensure that there is complete submission of all the government employees. You see, already our bureaucracy is crawling in front of political masters. Already our bureaucracy, constitutional bodies are adhering to exactly what the politician tells them to. At least most of it. That is what it looks like. This is to ensure that whatever little independence, whatever little spine that these executives are trying to show, that too is cut in the nip. That too is finished off. You see, you are made to stand, you are made to sit, you are made to almost worship to the person, to the bureau, to the MLA and the MP walking in and walking out. What do you think you are going to do? What guts would you have to say no to him? You see, polite and respectful language is compulsory, especially during telephone conversation. I will come to this telephone conversation part of it because this is a larger story. But full polite means what? Because if I say no, that could be unpolite. You ask me to do something which is illegal, or you ask me to do something which I think is not right for the people at large, as a government officer, as a bureaucrat, if I feel that, and the political master tells me to do it, if I say no, it could be impolite in the phone. How do you distinguish it? I will abuse you. You try to talk back to me, that would be impolite. So, this GR is actually a very, very important step towards absolute submission, towards ensuring that this government bureaucrats, whoever are left, who still has some spine, who still has the guts to speak back to their political masters, those people are also completely submitting their will to the political masters. This is my point number 2. My point number 3 is undermining the executives. Like I said, see, democracy is judiciary, legislature, executive. Now, the executive is completely under the legislature. Where does the executive have any power? Where does the executive have any power? They have to completely submit to the legislature. Legislature is God. This is how British treated us. This is exactly how British treated us. And we are going back to that feudal mindset. So this is end of the way democracy is as is. That brings me to my 4th point. And my 4th point is absolute power corrupts absolutely. Bharatiya Janata Party, Mahayuti government, absolute power in Maharashtra. Instead of benefiting, instead of getting rules that will help the people, they are making rules that will make them God, non-biological beings who everybody has to bend to. Why do I say that? My point number 6. I say that is because this is the way a bureaucrat treats a common man. A bureaucrat treats a common man like dirt. You know, bureaucracy, let me tell you, a bureaucrat, go talk to your collector and do not address him as sir. He will throw you out of his room. The collector himself believes he is God. He rules over you. That is what the collector believes. These bureaucrats believe. Now these political masters are saying that you have to stand up when I come. In all of this, where do we stand, Baba? What is our position? We stand nowhere. The supreme gods, politicians, the middle of that, judiciary, after that, bureaucracy, a common man, all of these people piling onto a common man. Finally, we lose whatever little self-respect that we have, whatever little partake that we think we do in this democracy, we lose that. Finally, I don't even know whether our vote will count in the future. End of the day, Where are we headed to? Like I always ask. We saw monarchy, then we saw Mughals, then we saw British. Now what is different? It is possibly as bad or maybe worse. Maybe worse. Because at least when it was British, when it was Mughals, there were Chhatrapati Shivaji and there were freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose to fight them. Today who? Today there is nobody even to question these people. And the few people who are even daring to question, either they are raided or this is what happens. You have to stand up when a politician comes in. My last point, and the most important point in this editorial. Do you remember this incident? Hear this.
आप एक काम कीजिए, आप मुझे मेरे फोन में मतलब डायरेक्ट कॉल कीजिए ना।
एक मिनट, मैं तेरे ऊपर एक्शन लूंगा। अभी मैं खुद आपके साथ बोल रहा हूँ कि आप मुझे डायरेक्ट कॉल बताती है।
सर मुझे ये भी पता है आप सर समझ रही है सर, जो आप बोल रही है समझ रही है, पर मुझे
सुनो मुझे देखना है ना, तेरा नंबर दे दो या व्हाट्सएप कॉल करो। ठीक है सर, मैं यहाँ से बोल देता हूँ।
ठीक है सर,
मेरा चेहरा तो आपको समझ में आएगा ना?
ठीक है सर।
इतना आपको डेयरिंग हुआ है क्या?
Do you remember this incident when the Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar called up a police officer and told her and used the kind of language he used on her and actually threatened her? Do you remember? I think, this is personal opinion. I have nothing to prove or this is my personal opinion. Let me be very clear. I think this particular GR is a result of that particular conversation. You tell me a MLA has to be, you should be polite to an MLA. You can't be, look at the rules. I'll read it once again. Polite and respectful language is compulsory, especially during telephone conversation. This was a telephone conversation where that officer asked, okay, listen, these people, what they're doing is not correct. It's illegal. Kindly tell me, I don't know whether you're the Deputy Chief Minister. That lady had the guts to ask the Deputy Chief Minister. And in a couple of months, you get this particular GR. What does that indicate? You think about it. Put 2 and 2 together. This GR will ensure that there is no Anjana Krishna anymore. No Anjana Krishna IPS will dare to question a Deputy Chief Minister or Minister or even an MLA. No matter what they do, no matter what they do with your life, no bureaucrat will ever stand. No bureaucrat will question the government. No bureaucrat will stand for the right, because this is ultimately what is going to be. Because if that person, he or she, stands for the right and stands for your right and fights for your right, that person will sit at home. Because there will be action against him or her under the Maharashtra Civil Services rule. He or she will have to face the action. Why? Because they thought it was not right for public good and they stood against it. That person will have to face the of these politicians. And do people stand? Do civil society stand with them? No. Civil society doesn't have the time. Do you remember what happened to Miss Krishna? Do anybody follow up to find out what happened to her? Is she still in services or she has been sacked? She has been transferred? Did anybody bother? So finally the bureaucrat is going to get sacked. So again I say, whatever little independence that executives have, this kind of GR will finish it off. Very soon come to Maharashtra and you will find that every bureaucrat, they are not public servants. They are political servants. They are politician's servant. Today, let us change the definition of public servant, because there is no public servant anymore. You have political servants. You have politician's servant. And when next time you meet somebody who is a bureaucrat, you please understand and be mindful of the fact that this person is a politician's servant. A politician is running his life because he has to stand. Even if he's 60 and that politician is 25, he has to stand in front of that politician. Purely because that politician assumingly got your votes and therefore now he's a superhuman being. He's a non-biological human being. Racially, he is far more superior than the rest of us. This is the nutshell. This is the long and short of this particular GR. The way I see it, let me repeat this. This is my opinion. If you think it is, if you have a different opinion than mine, then please write down in the comment box below. And if possible, do support our channel and subscribe to our channel. Till I see you next time. नमस्कार.